Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, 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 and more Drayton. And this is officially Off the Rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
What up, everybody? This is the one and only Coach Drayton doing OTR. Now, I figured with the preseason All Americans done that I kind of like chime into that and do kind of my own version, and we'll do preseason All Americans for the conferences. Again, I'm a coach, so there's no weight to any of this that I'm saying. So be offended, don't be offended. I personally don't care. We'll start off with the big. I'll do like the Big East, the ACC. No, I'll just do the Big East and the ACC, and I'll do all three conferences, all three teams. Starting off with the Big East first team. At point guard, we'll go Boo Boo Morgan. At shooting guard, we'll probably say Fareed Redmond. You can probably argue that he's gonna play the three in the future, but if you consider him a two, the one of those wing players, if you have him at the two, you could have him at shooting guard. At the three, real obvious pick, Justin Bell. At the four, real obvious pick, Aaron Lovejoy. Uh, at the five, we'll go Jermaine Owens, and then second team point guard, the killer from St. John's, Shea King. We'll go with him at the one. Some people probably consider him a two. At the two, we'll put Kamarian Goodyear. Feel like that's rather easy. Mm, I don't want to just throw like names out there, and I want there to be some validity to what I'm saying. At the three for the second team, let's go Norman Nations. Again, one of those tweeners who could really play either or. At the four, I'll have Arlo Cook, and at the five, JoJo Kearney. For freshman all conference for this, at the point guard, I'll probably say like Cal McKnight. Shooting guard is probably Losi Thomas. Or if you want to move Losi Thomas to the three, at the shooting guard, it could be Kyrie Petty. Losi Thomas at the three. We can go Saint Lamar the ninth at the power forward. And I believe Xavier brought in Valen Dominic at the five. That wraps up the Big East. Now the ACC, this is probably one of the more tougher conferences to do. First team all conference. At point guard, we'll go Kasim Porter Jr. I feel like that's a no-brainer. At shooting guard, and I know he plays point guard, but to me he's more of a shooting guard. We'll go J.C. Graham. Feel like that's a real easy one. I don't feel like that's controversial. At small forward in the ACC, I think this is where I start getting a little controversial. I think. Do I want to? I'll save that. I'll save that for the next pick. At small forward, we'll go Kevon Jackson. Power forward to me is Tyree Wells, and then center is Big Vic. That's the first team. Second team at point guard. Again, this is where it kind of gets hard because as far as the second team goes, there's a lot of options you can go as far as guard and where you believe the guard should go. Uh, I'm gonna say Dink Pate and Kadarius Lofton at the 1 and 2. I feel like they're a great tandem, but because they're so great of a tandem, it will be hard to place one of them in the first team, and that's kind of like the toss up and like the if thens that I'm kind of getting at. So we'll go Dink Pate in Kadarius Loftus for the 1 and 2. Even though I think they might be interchangeable depending on who you ask. I don't have Dominic Bianco on making either team, unfortunately. Second team, small forward is Mark Chisholm. I mean, I am a little biased. Second team power forward is Newly Cox. I do think that Newly Cox probably could eke into the first round. Not first round, into the first team. But it's one of those things where like how it goes is he was one of their main focal points. Now that attention is solely on him. It may be harder for him to break out. Generally just how basketball is played. And then though he doesn't play center because he has the build of a center, I'm putting him here. Nick Brewer. Now freshman team All-American. Freshman team All ACC is a complete shit show. And to be honest, I went like back and forth on this, on who would be where and why, and I couldn't give like actual answers. So I just did like a best 5, and it's Nick Brewer, Tyree Wells, Abdul Salamanca, Marco Jacobs, and Trey Bird. Those are your 5. But am I saying these are concrete? No, these are kind of more of like how I feel, like based off how the team is constructed and where I believe their production could be. And again, as I wrote these down, I don't know these teams' starting lineups. I don't know who's gonna play where. I'm basing, as far as the freshman teams go, I'm really basing them off how they did in prep and how I think they fit into college systems. Again, I'm only going off what the coaches ran last year, but then you guys have guys like Nick Brewer and Abdul Salamanca that have 2 coaches that have never coached in college before. So it's one of those things where you're really just throwing darts hoping something sticks. And again, I hope nobody takes this personal. But if you do, again, I don't care. Feel free to DM me or at me in the chat and be like, "No, Coach Drayton, you got that all wrong. Here's who should have made it." I will openly discuss you. That's always been my thing. I generally don't say anything I don't believe. So if you feel like you in a cuss and discuss, like Rick Blaze says, by all means, I'm all with it. But remember, SimWorld, the only place where you can see the game and be the game. We out.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us.